And yet, how trust works is really quite simple. And it's based on 3 core things, which I'm going to just unpack briefly for you. And I draw like a wall because we use this term that we want to build trust. So I thought, well, it should be a structure of some sort, right? And then there's some beautiful pieces when we look at what the Bible talks about this as well. So the first pillar here is a pillar of bricks, if you imagine, which are expectations. Right? So we all have expectations. They're formed in different ways. They come from 4 main places, really. Our expectations are formed from our experiences that we have with people and the things that we use. They come from things that we see and things that we read. Advertising, marketing, all the websites and all those sorts of things create expectations about what our experience is going to be like. They come from things that we hear, things that people tell us. And they come from similar experiences. So people may have gone to other churches, for example, and then they come to Crossway and they will bring expectations about what it's going to be like here that has nothing to do with you and everything to do with another church that they've been to, right? So, and we all do this. We've all got all these expectations. Now, some of these are positive and some of these are negative because sometimes we have not so great experiences, bad experiences, and so we carry them all with us into every relationship. Now, there's a whole neuroscience behind this. So I've worked with neuroscientists in the United States to understand what happens in the brain and the way in which expectations are formed and how they play a role in how we behave. So what we know is that expectations drive our behaviour. In fact, because they're formed in the prefrontal cortex of our brains, we actually plan to behave in a way that's consistent with whatever we expect is going to happen. So not only do we behave in a way that's consistent with what we expect is going to happen, we plan to behave in a way that's consistent with whatever we expect to happen. Which means if you've got a negative expectation, if you think that somebody's not going to pay attention to you or not going to respect your opinions or a particular thing you're going to use is not going to do what it is that you believe it should, you'll already have a plan to go around that. You'll already have planned plan B, right? And we just all do this. It's the way in which we're wired. So understanding that and understanding the role that that's playing in our teams, in our organisations, and in our families and communities is a critical part to understanding how trust works.